finding your purpose. When it comes to finding your purpose, people often find themselves not knowing where to start. And there was a question in which I acquired from somewhere I honestly could not remember, but the question stuck with me a very long time. And it's something that I asked myself a very long time ago and figured out the answer to it. But it took me time to get around to it. But the question goes, if you had all the money in the world, let's say you had $500,000 in your bank account every single month. The beginning of every single month, irrespective of how much you spend, $500,000 will be entered into your bank account. And you've done all the traveling in the world that you could possibly do. If you were to choose one profession purely out of passion, what is it that you will pursue? Why this question is so important, why it helps you identify your purpose, is it removes two of the most contributing factors to the decisions people make about their life and their career. Money and fear. Oftentimes we choose a career because it's well compensating for our time. And oftentimes we're reluctant to act on what we truly desire because of, the lack of competence, not knowing, questioning whether we're qualified, self-doubt, caring too much about what people think, so on and so forth. But when those two are removed, all you're left with is passion. The question being, what is it that you love? Now, a lot of people already have the answer to this question, and some people don't. I remember when I was younger, I felt like I always knew what it is that I wanted to pursue. But due to the social circles that I hanged around, I neglected my emotions, and I wasn't really honest with myself. Because I didn't think the circles I was in was very supportive of that. Which is the first wrong thing to do. Pursuing your purpose is one of those individual things that you're allowed to be the most selfish with. Everything you want in life is actually on the other side of being an individual. One, knowing what it is that you want, and two, actively pursuing it, which would lead to you removing a lot of things out of your lifestyle in order for you to attain them. But it's necessary, because the purpose of this life is evolution, right? The purpose of this life is to evolve. The ultimate pursuit in this life is the pursuit of self, right? And it's not what it is that you attain, it's who you become in the process. But the problem with the answer that a lot of people have is they convince themselves that it's not, oh no, that's not realistic. Or nah, I couldn't do that. Or nah, like it probably wouldn't make money. Passion sells, to be honest with you, right? Everything, there's a quote that I heard that was really interesting. And he goes, if you don't work on your dreams, you wake up and you work for somebody else's. Which is true. Because the job you go to was somebody else's idea that they brought into fruition. It's just a job to you, but it was somebody's dream. They had the idea, they manifested into reality, and they built something. Now you go work on theirs. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. I think everybody should have a job, right? But what it is that you do after it, is it fulfilling? Is it purposeful? Oftentimes, people describe their purpose as something that wakes them up in the morning, something that they love. I always knew I wanted to start this YouTube channel, speaking to a camera, advise people on the lessons that I've learned in my life. Yet I was reluctant to it for a very long time. I didn't know how to go about it. I was scared. Maybe I cared what people thought. And to some extent I still do. But I've implemented some mental models to help me overcome that. And for those who are in search of their purpose, I want you to ponder this question and sit on it long enough for you to find an answer. And understand that sometimes you'd be so sold on something, and you believe something is your purpose, and you'll do it. And over time, you'll come to evolve. You grow in it as an individual and as a person, and then you start to question if this is what it is that you really want in life. And to be honest, that is very possible, and it happens so often. And oftentimes, people then have a midlife crisis, and you said, I thought this was my purpose. It was at the time, but now you have evolved. Do not be the individual that is of the sunken cost fallacy. Sunken cost fallacy is basically when you invest so much time and energy and money into something, that when you no longer want to do it, or you no longer aligns with the person that you are, you still continue because of how much time and energy and effort that you've put into it. And I understand, to be honest, right? There's an Alex Hormozi quote that I'll probably pull up because I can't recall. He also says you got to be able to do something long enough without convincing yourself that, you're better than it. For you to see the fruits of your labor. And I understand that. But as we evolve in time as people, so does what we want and what it is that we desire. Sometimes what we believe to be our purpose could come from a very naive, wounded place. And as we grow older and heal these parts of us, we may want different things. But all of that is okay. But whatever feels most exciting, that gets you equally scared as it is equally exciting, is exactly what it is that you need to pursue. And this could be anything. You could be into crochet. You can want to start a florist. You could want to raise dogs for a living. You can do anything. Whatever it is that is most exciting. Oftentimes, when I ask people what their purpose is, they often say, I want to help people. But to be honest with you, I don't think that's a good enough purpose. I think that could be a secondary motivation to pursuing something, but it can't be the primary motivation. And I'll tell you why. People can only ever receive the overflow of that which we feel. I'll give you an example. Imagine a nurse who goes to a job, and they go to the job with the intention of, I'm going to go help somebody. I'm helping somebody, so I'm grateful. Imagine a day where their personal life, or anybody who works a job where they provide a service, imagine a day where there's issues in their personal life, right? That is taking a toll on their mental state. When they go to help these patients and these clients, are they going to give them the full service? No. As opposed to the barista or the waiter that works at a restaurant that absolutely love their job. Oftentimes, you get the greatest experience as a customer. Why? Because of the overflow of love that individual has for what they do. People can only ever receive the overflow of what you have, what you embody. So, the primary motivation must be that which you love as an individual. Then, people can feel that, You can tell when somebody's passionate about their job. Because the primary importance is you and what it is that you want. Then people come, right? Then the second importance is, offering help to people, right? And when you find what you love, it's gonna feel effortless to help others. Not the whole process is not gonna be effortless, we have to struggle a little bit in life, right? And I'm not saying identify with struggle, but to understand that, through difficult things, you sort of grow thicker skin and you become a better individual. So your primary purpose can't be to help others, because when you feel depleted, there's nobody you're really going to be helping. Your primary purpose should be something that you love. When you identify that, you start doing that, or you start creating content on that. Maybe we live in a digital age, attention and all that, and a lot of people love to watch people things that they love, right? There's a glow on people's faces when they talk about things that they love, right? There's a glow about it. You know that they love it, and you're enjoying watching them. And that's what you want people to feel when you talk about what you're passionate about. Not with the desire to help others. That could be a secondary motivation, but our primary motivation must be what you love. So ponder this question, take the time out of your day to, sit on this question. And, don't scrutinize yourself over it. For those who don't know what it is that they want, don't scrutinize yourself over this question. But try many things and see what you get the most joy out of. And for those who have the answer to that question, please don't convince yourself otherwise and act on it.